Good morning students. Now today we are going to start our 7th lecture of chapter number 11, that is ray optics, and today we are going to start the new topic, the next topic of this chapter, that is refraction of light. Okay, and before this the reflection of light topic we have completed, in that the mirror, spherical mirror, that is a concave and a convex mirror, all the ray diagrams, sign convention, mirror equation, the relation between focal length and radius of curvature, and the numericals we have completed up to that. Okay, and now we are going to start our new topic, that is a refraction of light. Now always remember that the mirror concept has been used through the reflection phenomena. Okay, the reflection phenomena has been used in the mirror, and the refraction phenomena has been used in the lenses. Clear? So now the refraction of light. So what is the refraction of light? You know that the light travels in the straight line and in a homogeneous medium. Okay, but as the medium changes, so as the medium changes, the light enters into the another medium, then it will be slightly deviated from its original path, and this bending of a ray from the interfaces of the two media is called the refraction. Okay, get my point? I am just writing it down so you can for your better understanding. Okay, so here in the refraction of light beta, when light rays incident at the interface of two media. Media means beta, here media means a medium, two, that's why media we are saying. A part of it is reflected. Okay, one of its part has been reflected, and a part, another part enters the other medium. Two mediums are there. Okay, other medium by bending from original direction, and this phenomenon of bending of ray at the interface of two media is called refraction. Is called refraction. Okay beta, so what, this is the refraction of light. Okay, when the light has been incident at the interface, suppose this is the interface. Okay, above this another medium and below this another medium. Okay, means we can say that this is the separation surface. Okay, suppose like we can say that I have just taken a glass of a water. So as this is the surface of a water, so below this entire the water is present, and above this air is present. So air is your another medium and water has been your another medium. So as the light has been incident and it was incident on this point, so some of its part has been reflected due to in the same medium, because reflection takes place in the same medium, but some of the part has been refracted and enters in this medium, in the another medium. Okay, and when it was entered in the another medium, then beta it has always be deviated from its path, means like this it is coming, but after refraction like this it is coming, but after refraction means if the refraction is not be taken place, then it will be like this only in the same way. But as the medium changes, the refraction is like this or more bending is there. It depends upon the media. Okay, it depends upon the medium, and this phenomena is known as the refraction. Okay, like this. For your better understanding, I am just explain you within diagram so you can understand it more clearly. Clear beta? So here suppose this is the separation between the two medium, and first is your air, another is the glass. Common example I am taking, and now the incident ray is coming. Okay, so your A is your incident ray, as it be incidence on this point of incidence. So here I am denoting, or I am making a normal. Normal means a perpendicular line. Okay, so some of its part has been reflected by obey the reflection laws. I is equals to R. So this part has been reflected. So this we can say this is the reflected ray. Okay, and as the medium changes, it has been bent from its original path. This is angle R. So this is this angle R. Suppose that I am just denoting this by R dash, otherwise you will be confused. Okay, R is the angle of refraction, R is the angle of refraction. So this will be your B. B means refracted ray. Refracted. Don't be confused. Okay. Reflection phenomena takes place in the same medium, and refraction phenomena takes place in the two different medium. Okay. Now suppose the light has been traveling in the air with the speed of light. Speed of the light v1, and here in the another medium, in the glass, it has been traveling with the speed of the light v2. Clear? This is the point of incidence P. Okay, and here it is a normal N. Normal. Clear beta? This is the refraction of light. Okay, and now in this, as the reflection is having two laws, okay, similarly in refraction also we have to follow some of the laws, and that are laws of reflection, refraction, laws of refraction. So in this, first law is same laws as in other what we can say in the reflection phenomena, that the incident ray, refracted ray, here refracted I am saying, okay, refracted ray and normal on the interface at that point lie in the same plane, okay. This is the first law, and this law is just complete similar to the laws of a reflection. Okay, now the another law, this law is the ratio of sine, okay, sine of incident angle and sine of angle of refraction is a constant. Okay, and this law is called Snell's law. This law is called Snell's law. Okay beta, the ratio of sine, SINE, okay, sine of angle of incident to the sine of angle of refraction is a constant, and this is also be known as Snell's law. Now I am just be writing down this law in the form of a formula, that is sine ratio of sine of angle of incidence means sin I sin theta, okay, and sine of angle of refraction means sin r is equals to a constant. And beta, I just be told you this constant is the n2 by n1, means n21 means the light ray is going from medium 1 and entering medium 2. So when 1 2 1 has been written, it means 2 is on the upside, 1 on the denominator, 2 in the numerator, and this 1 is entering on the second one. Okay, so here I and R are the angle of incident and angle of refraction. Okay, here I am just be denoting all these symbols, so it will be more clear for you. That is I angle of incident, R angle of refraction, okay, n1 and n2 refraction indexes of the first and second medium. Okay, these are the refractive indexes of the first and the second medium, and where we are writing n21 is the refractive index of second medium with respect to one first medium. Okay, what is that? That also I am writing it down, so it will be clear. It is the refractive, this is n is the refractive index, okay, refractive index of second medium with respect to the first medium. Second medium with respect to the first medium. Okay, and if the light has been enters a medium from air or a vacuum, then the refractive index is called absolute refractive index of the medium. Okay, what was that? Absolute refractive index of the medium. That also I am writing it down. Okay, these are the few points beta. Sometimes it has been asked that what is define absolute refractive index. So what you have write? If the light enters a medium from air or vacuum, then the refractive index is called the absolute refractive absolute refractive index of the medium. Absolute refractive index of the medium. Okay, and from the formula, the above formula, we may write that formula like this beta. n1 sin I is equals to n2 sin R. Okay, and when we can say n21 is greater than 1, then your R is less than I. Okay, it means what does it means? The refracted ray bends towards the normal. Okay, clear? And the second medium is denser than first medium. What I am saying beta, or in opposite way, in the reverse way, you can understand this thing, that when the light ray has been traveling in a rarer medium and enters in the denser medium, then always be the refracted ray is bent towards normal, means angle I is greater than angle R. What I am saying beta, when the light rays enter from rarer medium to denser medium. Okay, I am just be showing you how. Suppose here is your rarer medium and here it is your denser medium. When the light ray is coming, the incident ray, when it is coming and it has been incident on the point, then after refraction it is entering from rarer medium to denser medium beta. So after refraction it will be always be bent towards the normal. This is your angle R. This is your refracted ray. So in this, angle I is greater than angle R. Okay, so when the light rays has been traveled from rarer medium to denser medium, rarer, first medium is a rarer, second medium is a denser, then the angle I is greater than angle R, or we can say the refracted ray is always be bent towards a normal, or we can say that n21 means the refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium is greater than 1. Okay, clear? This is about it. Now the second form we are just be telling you that when light rays has been traveled from denser to rarer, then the opposite phenomena has been applied. What is that? So beta, if the ray enters a rarer medium from the denser medium, okay, if the ray enters a rarer medium from a denser medium, then R is greater than I, and ray bends away from the normal. Okay, so in this, what is there beta? Suppose this is the denser medium and here it is your rarer medium. Light rays is coming and here is your the normal, so it will always be away from the normal. This is your angle I, this is the angle R, this one is your refracted ray and this one is your incident ray. So when the light rays has been traveled from incident ray, denser medium to rarer medium, then always we remember that angle R is greater than angle I. Okay, it will always be move away from the normal. Okay, clear? So this is about the refractive indexes even for that the absolute refractive index of the medium can also be given as absolute refractive index of a medium is given by, and is a refractive index, speed of light in vacuum to the speed of light in medium in which it is traveling. Okay, so speed of light in vacuum is c, speed of light in a medium is v. Okay, so this is also the formula, n is equals to c upon v. Okay, and for the normal medium we can write the formula like the relative refractive index of a medium is given by n21 is equals to speed of light in first medium to the speed of light in second medium, means V1 upon V2. Okay, and always remember that the refractive index is a scalar and the dimensionless quantity. Okay, this also I have mentioned beta. Refractive index is a scalar and dimensionless quantity. Second, it depends on the nature of the medium. Second, the wavelength, or we can say frequency of the light. Okay, so this is about the introduction of the diffraction. Now from our next lecture we are going to start some of the phenomena related to the refraction of light, such as a twinkling of a star, sunrise and sunset. Okay, and even I just be thinking beta these topics you have I think go through all these topics. So these topic I am not be taking it for the next lecture, so that we can go through the next topic, the next level of the topic. Okay, which may help you out. Okay, so let's see what we can do. Okay, so till here you can do your work. Okay, about today's homework you have to be complete your notes, nothing else. Okay beta, thank you, that's all for today.